Morning everyone, it's Saturday, March 3rd. I think I got the date right this time. We're just out here working on TANKenstein. I like that name, so I think it's going to stay. We got lots of work to do. Anyway, I pushed the lawnmower back in the back corner. I should be cleaning more of this mess out, but I can't sleep. I gotta get this motor running and get it in. I want to see how this thing goes before I start doing other work to it. I need to clean my bench off. This is bothering me. I had it nice and perfectly clean. Now it's a big mess again. Okay, so I had to go down and buy a rotor and distributor cap. I think this was like $5 and the cap is like another 15 or something like that. And I got to put some spark plugs in. They weren't too gentle taking it out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a 305 according to the numbers. That last one kind of looks like a 9. Could be a 9, could be a 3. I don't know, you tell me what you guys think. If it's a 9, it's a 350 4-bolt. But I have the VIN number wrote down on the house on the front of the block. Just a minute. I don't know if you're going to be able to make it out. I'm having trouble deciphering that number. Let's see if I can get it in focus here. It's not very good, guys. The glare on it's really bad. Anyway, it doesn't matter. There. If you can see that or not. I try to use that number and I can't make heads or tail of the code, but anyway, it doesn't matter. I think I'm going to put this one in anyway. I have a 350 small block over there, supposedly out of a 1970 GMC truck, but you never know. Anyway, let's get the cap and wires on her, and I need to find a flywheel and starter off the other. Well, it's got a starter. I need a flywheel, but there's two different types of flywheels on these older ones. So straight across bolt pattern and diagonal or offset bolt pattern on the starter, so I have to make sure the flywheel's right. Okay, let's get going. Okay, everyone, I skipped some steps with you, but oh well. I had to make sure it was good, so I put a pipe wrench on the back of the crank and make sure it turned over. Anyway, so I was having trouble with that. Anyway, I got my flywheel on, spark plugs in. Had the firing rotor correct. If the rotor was pointing in the right spot when they put this distributor in, which should be pointed directly at number 1 spark plug, so number 1 will be here. Anyway, it should spark up. You dump a little gas in there. I used to have a funnel that it would fill the vent tube up here. Let's get rid of this light out of there. I'd fill the vent hole up on the carburetor. It would run for a while. Alright. Let's see what this does. Keep your fingers crossed. It's going to be loud if it sparks. If it doesn't. Okay, so my cables aren't. Problem is my cables aren't the right diameter, so I'm going to have to add another second pair of booster cables, and I couldn't find a positive cable satisfactory like this one. It takes a lot of juice to turn these old small blocks over sometimes. Okay. Why did that spark over there? Interesting. Oh. Hey! Alright. Think about what we're doing here. Okay. Second pair of booster cables onto her. It should turn over faster now. Hopefully it sparks up. Woohoo! My ignition timing is out. I'm not sure which way it is out. Let's try that. Alright, take 2. Of course my battery's going to be dead. Anyway, we'll come back to this in a second, guys. Get the charger on it. Okay, I've got the charger on it. This is what you call a cold start on the floor. Or something like that, whatever. Anyway, this is going to be loud. Just a minute. Thinking I need some earplugs for this one. Luckily, I have on hand a pair of earmuffs. Okay. Try this again. Backfiring out the carb. I probably, the ignition timing isn't right, probably. I cheated a little bit. I should bring it up on number 1 to find out where the rotor is going. I let that battery charge a bit. We'll come back to it. Looks like it's firing. Okay, just out of curiosity, I'm going to see where number 1 is pointing on the cap. And I should also figure out on the distributor if it's turning clockwise or counterclockwise. I can't remember with a small block. Right there. What I was doing, I stuck my finger in number 1 cylinder hole and felt the compression stroke. Now if I go here and put this on 0, or sometimes they're put on a little bit out farther, like some of the cars, little foreign jobbies, it's 10 degrees, but we won't get into that. Put it on 0, we'll figure out where the rotor is pointing on the cap, because if someone put this on, they could have put the friggin' rotor over there. Alright, we'll come back to you. Okay, so we have a peek to see where number 1, where the rotor is pointing on the distributor. And like I said, look, we're on compression stroke and number 1 is way over here. Wrong. Number 1 should have been pointing over at number 1 spark plug. So, I had 2 choices at this point. I can pull that out, pull the distributor up, put it back in the right spot, which I think I'm going to do right now. Okay guys, I'll cut scene here again. Okay, number 1 cylinder is on compression stroke. This is number 1. Farthest head ahead, you can see on the intake as well, they're numbered. Your firing order is usually here, 1, 8, 4, 3 something. Now this rotor here should be pointed at number 1 cylinder. That way. Now I could take the wires all off and jump them over, but I don't want to do that. So, okay, now you look down here, you can see, you make it out. Right down that hole, you see the line and the 0 on the bottom of that notch. That's where you want it. If you're not sure, you take your spark plug out too, like I just did. Stick your finger in the hole and bump it over until it comes on compression. Okay, I take a short break here. Oh, get the light. And for supper, and then I'll be right back out and it should start up. Okay guys. Okay, it's after supper now. And let's see if we can get her going. Now I've taken the rotor and pointed at number 1, which lines up with the number 1 of the cap. And while I had it off, the cap, I made sure the distributor was turning clockwise because I couldn't remember which way, because then you start your wire 1, you know, anyway. If it was going the other way, you'd have to start your firing order the other way. Okay guys, let's try this. See what goes on here. It's going to be loud. Can't see what I'm doing, but... Yeah! Success! That thing runs sweet! No smoking or nothing. Normal GMs smoke when you start them up. This one works good. Awesome! Now, hopefully I get time tomorrow. We'll install this into the TANKenstein, I should say. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that. So, if you like this kind of stuff, please rate it, up or down, I don't care. And always comment, and please subscribe. You get to see me fooling around with TANKenstein when I get the motor in it. Now, if I clean this mess up in the garage, I could probably fit the whole thing in here. So I can work on it, but I want to get it in and see what it's going to do first. I'm still not convinced that this is a 305. I don't know. You guys can tell me with those numbers and get back to me. And one thing I forgot to show you guys, I jumped the ignition. GMs are real easy. You just put one wire to the coil and that's it. I better unplug that or it's gonna go dead overnight. Just like that. Okay guys, talk to you later.